Mortal Kombat
Also,
1
I
developer
am
breaks down Omni-Man.
making
This
this
screenshot
as
makes it look like Omni-Man is recording a
little
reaction
thing.
video
It
of
was
himself
a
in the game.
thumbnail.
Y'all still paying
Nobody
for
is
Fortnite?
watching.
The
Who am I
internet has
talking
forever
to?
poisoned my mind.
That's honestly
I cannot look
really
at this
sad.
old
Color theory. Color.
The 12-year-olds on
Color
this website get really mad if you point out the fact that they're 12.
I
Are you
just didn't
serious? Not every 12-year-old gets really angry. Sometimes people are just so dumb. This is almost as fun as playing Spot the Vegan. Spot the Vegan. Yeah, the vegan is the one who isn't killing or harming animals just because they taste good. Found the Vegan gives you pain meds for wrist surgery. In a bottle you can't possibly open because you just had wrist. Or you can use your other hand you're using to take this photo. My girlfriend's cat likes to steal bagel bites. When you catch him, he pretends to be asleep. Catches rainwater for you to use in this squirty gun. This is so necessary. I want 12. My future son looks like a South Park character. Like the video if you would let Obama crash on your couch for a couple of months. My mic pretty bad too. Still works. My cousin went swimming with dolphins
That's
the
a
other day.
terrible
Let's just
eye.
say
What
it could
the
have gone
heck,
better.
bro?
Buoyancy successfully opened the bedroom door this morning. I will never again. No peace. Worst bastard of having hands. Why is it called an Xbox 360, because when you see it, you'll turn 360 degrees and walk away. Then you walk into it, because that's a perfect
What
circle.
the heck,
No, it
bro?
isn't. After coming out as lesbian to my father, Dad, sorry, but you could never bring a girl home. Why not? She would turn straight as soon as she lays eyes on me. I asked my dad for $10. He said, sure, it's in the top left drawer of my computer desk. Thanks, Dad. What I see versus what my dad sees. I decorated my friend's office cube for his birthday. He loved it. I sent my parents a picture of the sunset in Japan. They sent me a picture 20 minutes later of the sunrise from Florida. If you didn't know already, similar to cats, huskies defy all laws of physics. They took their staff photo without my friend, so he photoshopped himself and I'm having a stroke. Gents, do epic shit. Ladies, smile. You're losing weight. Autism and ADHD gift guide. Wrong. Autistic and ADHD gift is the tortilla chip hat through War and Despicable Me 2. Yo, you don't care if he's friends with other girls? Them, me. You realize men cheating has nothing to do with how attractive you are, right? I love this video because cats lick to show dominance and bunnies receive licks to show dominance. They both think they're in charge here. Is this a joke? When did a Candyland character escape into our universe? This guy is reading a whole book on the bus. Reading is not only fun, but it's fundamental. That's why y'all are dumb now, because you didn't read enough books growing up. Gamers, depression. Guys, I found the cure for depression. It's actually when your girlfriend buys you a cake, because you're sad, and you take a giant bite out of it like an animal. They like men, so women are better. I still don't see the problem with them liking men. Why would you go for a disgusting, rough-skinned, deep-voiced orc when women exist? Robert De Niro, age 7, in 1950. This is a bit hard to process. He has an iPad face. Indian Air Force helicopters in the 1970s. Only the real ones will understand who this guy is. He's a pork chop. I ordered this steak. Looks small as hell, so I got my scale and weighed 3.5. I knew it was the FBI. The entire global financial system. Excel's 97 to 2003 files still working. Why is male country music like hot girls in teeny tiny shorts, I will make you my wife, bear my children, front porch family values casseroles, and female country music is like, oops, I killed my husband. Oopsie, I ended up 1.5 hours away from home at 4 a.m. climbing a waterfall in 35-degree weather while barefoot and alone. Man knows he must ride unexpected urge to clean as far as it will take him. I could be doing other things, but I have to take advantage of this while I still can. I don't know a woman alive that doesn't appreciate a fit guy in a pair of grey sweatpants. I'm a woman who is alive and isn't ever attracted to men in any context. Well, I don't know you, so my point stands. I actually will purposely say cringy things to make a situation awkward because it's funny to me. You're saying that I should stop caring about what other people think of me? Yes, thank you. Nobody. Motivational speaker. I started a restaurant with only one rice. No matching jobs for guy who guards two pathways and only tells the truth. The job market is abysmal. So I got my first tattoo. Home job. Why did you get the Star of David tattooed on you? You never struck me as a religious person. It's a pentagram. Penta, 5 points. Yours has 6, which makes it the Star of David. I'm sorry, what? This boy found and fixed a small bird. Now, the two are inseparable. This boy found a small bird, abandoned, and dying near his grandmother's house. After feeding and nurturing the bird back to health, he tried to set him free, but the bird named Abby decided to stay with him instead of flying away. I bought my dog 20 tennis balls. This was his face when I dropped them at the same time. Make your decision. Snapping makes $10 appear every time. Instantly obtain 10 million. Blue pill is the most optimal choice. While 10 million is a shit ton of money, being able to just summon $10 at will makes it easier to manage your spendings. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for... I not because of your reasoning though, but I would go for blue pill. I think it'll be easy to manage your money. With 10 million, if you just obtained it now, just don't be an idiot. Invest it in, like, I don't know, what do you call those things? I don't know. I'm gonna come back to this later, I just woke up. What's a thing that all men do, but never admit doing? Using telepathy to link a small portion of our minds together, so we can reduce the pain of getting our nuts bit. By dividing small portions of the pain to any man within a few meters, you be the judge. Not that any game should be rated on the voluptuous of their characters' butts, nor that it matters in any way to my enjoyment of the game, but I've played 200 plus hours of Starfield, and you clearly modded that person in that comparison. These kids were asked to slap a girl in front punish them, and he said no because Jesus doesn't want us to hit others. I don't want to hurt her. Why? Because I'm a man? As the saying goes, girls shouldn't be hit, not even with a flower. I had two very attractive sons, and they had a baby, but the kid was hideous, so I had it taken away. Then they had a daughter, and she was beautiful. But once she started school, she brought a friend home. It was the first kid. Something that haunts me is if I die tragically, I will be described in the news as mother of two, instead of a recovering alcoholic who once got kicked out of a bar and tried to return 5 minutes later, wearing a different sweatshirt. 10 years ago, Brian Griffin died. I was working at this place at the time, and we had this episode playing on the television, in the corner of the ceiling. My manager went, "No," in disbelief. Guys, I messed up badly. I've been in Japan for like 2 weeks, and went to a Texas-themed bar, because of course, they discovered my wife and I were Texan, and we were dragged to the front, and were forced to dance by a bar full of Texans. Everyone has a cowboy hat. Send hope. How starved does a games community have to be to let this happen? What if this barrel was yellow? Top reasons to get married. Family saying, "That's my wife," and knock someone out in one punch. Love, I guess. This guy's ghost wrote this. I don't know who that is though. This is a safe space, ladies. Tell us about that time you did everything and he still didn't choose you. I cheated on my neurosurgeon husband with his plastic surgeon best friend. He found out when we separated. He moved to Seattle, and a few months later, I followed him and got a job at the same hospital he worked at, only for him to choose a medical intern over me. Girls with autism versus boys with autism. I have 12 plus credit cards with zero debt and a credit limit of 100k. I could max them all out, along with a large loan, and run away into remote Siberia, and live a very comfortable life in a cabin. I have a 60-page PDF on how I would do this. Just waiting on Starlink, Elon Musk. I saw ye in me dream. Was I getting treasure? Nay, then 'twas not me. Dog travels more than 100 kilometers to bite its owner after being abandoned. I grounded my kid. This was his response. I'm done being the victim. How to bite a mosquito bag. This driver was not paid his monthly salary, so he parked his boss's car like this and quit his job. Your pee-pee is probably the size of a Tic Tac. Well, no wonder your mom's breath is so fresh. Garden. Boy urinates on elevator panel. Gets stuck inside. A man throws a brick at window. Brick bounces off window. Brick knocks man out. Undercover cops, posing as drug buyers, are arrested by undercover cops, posing as drug buyers. 100 retweets, and I'ma hurt the president. There's cops outside my house. I'm seriously going to jail. We've introduced Wellness Geese to campus to help students de-stress during their exam period. Transgender woman silences weirdo who sent her a pee-pee pic by sending one of hers back. Driver attempts to destroy a giant snowman, not realizing it's built on a large tree trunk. This is what irony means. You buy an electric car to save the planet, and a tree kills it. This annoying kid wouldn't move his legs for 3 adults. So this guy comes and just sits on his legs, end up sucking poop from sewage tank. Karen, who was filmed coughing on people in supermarket, loses job. A man held racial slurs and punched a FedEx driver, then died after he was punched back. Damn, he sent him to God. Same day shipping. No thanks, says the sea, and spits that's a lot of trash. Texas man shoots armadillo. Bullet ricochets back into his face. Armadillo. Whoever wins the lottery is gay. The winner of 15,000 B coins is AFK. Congrats. Wait, no. See, this is an educated crazy ex. She did not break anything. She just made it super annoying to get inside the car. My son got mad at me yesterday and opened all the bananas in the house. What type of passive-aggressive monster? Police in Turkey tried to stop Pride Parade with water cannons, accidentally creating rainbows. Karma. Friend's car after a hit and run. My 2 older children were laying out all of their Pokemon cards, but the youngest kept intervening. So they duct taped him to a chair when his height starts with 5 foot, when your weight starts with 200. Everyone shut up. I just got accepted for a NASA internship. Language. Suck it. I'm working at NASA, and I am on the National Space Council that oversees NASA. A man was killed when he tried to shoot down a 125-year-old cactus. The man blasted most of the way through the trunk and then poked at one of the plant's arms. The 500-pound arm then fell, crushing the individual. YouTuber facing 2 years in prison after feeding homeless man toothpaste-filled Oreos. Thomas had teased Gordon about the time he slid into a ditch. Then Thomas fell down a mine. Serves you right, Thomas. Sir Isaac Newton died a virgin. Bro, that's what you get for inventing calculus. Cop tried to shoot this dog for barking, but he accidentally shot himself instead. It's a summer break, so I woke up my 12-year-old daughter at 5:15 this morning. I've been waiting for this revenge since since she was 4. When she asked me why I was up, I told her my blanket fell off the bed. Sometimes, the best revenge is watching their life fall apart on Facebook. 15 years after they said that mean thing to you in high school. Every night, when I'm sleeping, my cat gets in my face and bothers me. So now, when I see him sleeping, I get revenge. The chicken is the T-Rex's closest living relative. The T-Rex ate animals, and now we eat chicken. This is how karma works. My ex sent me a picture of her doing the deed with her boyfriend. I sent it to her dad. Why is an ex 10 times more fun when you're broken up? I think only men experience this. You get uglier to us. My cat yawned, so I stuck a finger in his mouth. He sort of stared at me curiously as he shut his mouth, but did not bite down hard. A few minutes later, he's been sitting on my chest, and when I yawn, he proceeds to put his whole paw in my mouth. Instant karma. This man was just about to kick a starving dog, but he slipped over and fell on his back. A homeless man gave this student his last £3 so she could get home. Student raises over £21,000 for homeless men who offered her £3 so she could get home safely. Driver who kicked stray dog watches car get destroyed after same dog returns with a few of his friends. Bullied primary school student. 9. Sends 25 classmates to hospital after putting glue in their water bottles for revenge. This lady was being rude to me in the grocery line, so rather than saying anything to her, I invited everyone behind her to go ahead of me. Today, I had time. Mugshots.com puts people's mugshots online and then demands payment to take them down. The site's founders were just arrested for extortion. Here are their mugshots. If you are ever in a fist fight and you win, call them an ambulance. Now, not only have you kicked their ass, but they also have to pay $5,000 for an ambulance ride. When your girlfriend cheats, but you paid for her flaw. I checked his phone to see if he's cheating and found screenshots of me cheating. Guy told me to F off when I asked him to move his truck. Now, he's going to stay in the porta potty until he learns some manners and apologizes for being rude. The man who just drove into the parking space I was waiting for and told me to F off has arrived for his interview with me. Hashtag karma wins again. Today, I found out my 7-year-old daughter really did lie about my husband's other girlfriend as revenge for being grounded, and that he never cheated on me at all. We're well into our divorce proceedings, and he won't forgive me for not believing him when he denied it. FML. She literally got a drink of water, then walked over to my boots and spat the water in them. Was it revenge for the braids? If women paint their eyebrows, we can paint our beards. In 2012, a Chicago man bought a car for $600, then registered it to his ex-girlfriend's name, parked it at an airport, and racked up 678 parking tickets, totaling $100,000. That awkward moment when you break into a car and leave your wallet. What an idiot. Trucks are taking over the roads. We're just mobbing at 60, or your cars are doing 25. And he crashed the car. This woman dropped her wallet, and I said, "Excuse me," and she was like, "I have a boyfriend, no thank you." So me and my guys ate McDonald's off of her. I'd be like, "So my neighbor called the police because I was smoking on the balcony. The police get here and ask where the drugs are. I said I smoked it all. They said, 'Where did you buy it from?' I said, 'From the neighbor.' Now they're at his house searching. My dad used to live in a pretty bad area growing up, surrounded by a lot of gangs, and he told me that there was this kind, openly gay boy that used to tutor all of the gang leaders for free. And one day, a homophobe insulted him, and 5 gangs found out and went to go beat him up. I know I've been rude most of my life, but I need your help. My fat cousin got mad because I said something to him, because he hit his pregnant girlfriend. So he decided he wanted to hit me. Now, he's going to jail with a bullet in his leg. That's so tragic. I told Charlie off for being a bad dog. Todd, I will beat you up. I went out for Chinese food and told them I have a severe allergy to seafood, and this was on the check when I paid. No shrimp, or he dead. My mom would wake up early just to cut the crusts off my sandwiches for lunch. She knew the crusts were my favorite part. She hated me so much. Michigan man arrested after he told numerous homeless people there was a drug stash buried in his ex-wife's lawn. And mad teachers told us, if you don't do well in school, you're going to be the garbage man, and never told us the garbage man made more than them. My Uber profile says I'm deaf, so when I get into Ubers, I usually just sign hello to them and don't speak, but this Uber driver just called someone and said, "This deaf bitch just got in, so I can talk for a minute." My husband annoyed me, so when he wasn't looking, I poured water on the floor in front of the dishwasher. He's been fixing it for the past 2 hours. Last night, some creepy dude was trying to hit on my homegirl, so she took his phone, pretended to put her number in, Venmo'd herself $20, and bought the gang a pizza with it. I have carried chalk in my car for 10 months, just so I could do this once. Yesterday was the day. There you go. I just took one of my ex's orders at work, and looked her dead in the eyes, and asked for a name for the order, as if I had absolutely no clue who they were. Girl tries to pour acid on ex's face. Wouldn't then blows it onto hers instead, thinking about a girl from camp 15 years ago called Ixu, whose name this other girl named Brittany refused to pronounce and gave her the nickname Sunny. And now Ixu, as revenge, decided to pretend she couldn't pronounce Brittany and called her Bing Bong instead. We just waited an hour to
Was
see our
that a
pediatrician.
star?
As soon as he walked in, my toddler looked at his hand and pointed to his watch and said, "This is a clock," which was the most passive-aggressive thing I have ever witnessed. The driver of the orange truck was being a nuisance. Truck proceeded to do this. Told my dad I ran out of alcohol and did not have any money to buy any for the weekend, so he gave me the huge bottle of vodka from the
Can I
cupboard
have
that I
it
stole
what
and
are you
replaced with
using the
water
remote
when I was
for?
16. Life really does come back to bite you in the butt. I got dumped for having red hair. My boyfriend's mum did not want to risk having ginger grandchildren, so she made him dump me. He married a blonde girl and had 2 ginger kids. Karma. My kids are
Hello?
blonde. Laptop was
Why
stolen
is
from a
nobody